Good evening. I'm gonna be doing the retelling for my American literature class for my school. I choose to make a video instead of a paper because I wanted to be unique, I guess you could say. Anyways, let's get started. Once upon a midnight dwary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many of a quaint, a curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping. As if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor!" I muttered. "Tap at my chamber door, only this and nothing more." Distantly, I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate, dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly, I wished tomorrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden, whose the angel's name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That it is, and nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating that no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so flatly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I secure was sure I heard you." Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thread is, and that mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, and there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obedience made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of ballast just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then the ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the contents of war. "Though this serves me short and shaven though," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's plodding shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Where the hell did you come from?" "Nevermore." "Bitch, shut the hell up." "Nevermore." "Bitch, I'll get you." "Nevermore." "Son of a..." Much I marveled, this ungainly fowl, to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little ravenously bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpture bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lowly on the plastic bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I said carelessly, more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will never leave me, as my hopes have flown before." I messed it up, sorry. Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Why are you still here? What is the point of this even? Like, where's your family? I swear to God, I am getting sick of this piece of startled at the stillness broken by reply so abruptly spoken. Doubtless, I said, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master whom in so disaster. Follow faster till his songs one burden bore, till the diggers of its hope that Macaulay burden bore, of never. But the raven still beguiling of my fancy into smiling. Straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird, and bust in door, that upon the velvet sinking I betook myself to linking fancy onto fancy, thinking what this obnoxious bird of yore, what this grin ungainly ghastly gone, and abominous bird of yore, many croaking, nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllabi, expressing to the fowl, whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining than the lamp-light gold o'er, but those velvet violet lining with the lamp-light gloating o'er. She shall pass, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by Sophin, whose footfalls tingled onto the tufted floor. Wretched, I cried, thy God hath let thee be these angels he hath see thee. Respite, and reunite thy from the memories of Lenore. Quaff this kind Nevelme, and forget this lost Lenore, quoth the raven. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, a bird of devil, whether tempest sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, to sully yet all undaunted, and the desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in glen? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, a bird of devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Adon it shall clasp a sainted maiden whose the angel's name Lenore, clasp a rare and redated maiden whose the angel's name Lenore, quoth the raven. Nevermore. Be that word of our sign of parting, bird or fine, I shrieked, upstarting, get thee back in the tempest and the night's floating shore. Leave no black blum as a token of that lie thee soul have spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door. Take thee from out of my heart, and take thee from off of my door, quoth the raven. Nevermore. I'm really getting sick of your ass. Nevermore. Just leave already, I'm already depressed. Son of a... Sorry, I need to stop cursing. Anyways, and the raven, never flinting, still is sitting on the planet bust of palace just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from that out the wind shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted. Nevermore. Anyways, this was for my project. I was originally gonna do Dickinson poetry, but I thought this was much easier, and I just thought I would make it like somewhat dramatic and funny at the same time. The reason why I chose to read The Raven, a retelling, was basically because like I knew this piece of writing since before we discussed it in class. I was watching The Simpsons one time, and I was just like, oh, I really like this story. Turns out it is actually a real story, so, you know. This has to be, like, one of the best readings I've ever read in this class. Because, like, it was, like, kind of an escape of what we were, like, talking about. Because the class is called American Literature to the Civil War Present. So, I thought this would be, like, a good idea. I don't know. Professor, if you're watching this, I hope you liked it. This is my YouTube channel. If you want to look at the rest of the videos, you can. I mean, whatever. If you have any like comments to make, you know, you can just email me. But yeah, I hope you guys liked my little retelling of the Raven. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Try to make this as appropriate as I can, because this is a YouTube video for my school, so, but it's gonna be out public so everybody can see it. So sorry I'm not with the whole like basic intro and exit. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, tigers. I mean, bye guys.